Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Please be quiet and courteous to others and silence your cell phones now.
When you wake up, you don't know that today will be the day to change your life.
Grace, please tell me what happened. What did he do to you?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Movie Experience here, where I will give you the good, the bad, and the experience of the hot, famous movies that's out there. And this time around in the year 2020, where there will be no exclusions. That means we got Netflix movies, theater movies, and straight to DVD kind of movies for you guys. And this week on the Movie Experience, we are going over Tyler Perry's latest film, A Fall from Grace. Now, usually on the Movie Experience, I give you guys the good, the bad, and the experience. I'm going to eliminate the good because the only thing good about this movie is that a black man has his own studio. But that's also going to fall into the bad in this movie as well, because this whole review is going to be a spoiler full roast session. Okay,
oh, yeah.
I'm putting it out there right now with these movie experiences. Now, I'm not going to hold back. I may start doing mullet style reviews for people who doesn't know what that is. No spoilers in the front, spoilers at the back. But right now, you cannot talk about this movie without talking about the spoilers in it. So I want to get that out the way first, and that's what it was. So my wife, who's in there with my lovely daughter at the moment, she will be joining shortly. I don't even care if the baby's crying, because, you know, she said, Tyler Perry got this new movie, I kind of want to check it out. Now, usually when my wife tells me she wants to check out a Tyler Perry movie, it's not for good purposes. It's not for us to, you know, to look at each other and admit that, you know, our love is strong. That's not what these movies are about. That's not why she's asking me to watch these things. So I said, okay, well, I wonder what is, you know, why does she want to see A Fall from Grace? I see why. Because my wife wants to laugh. And you know what? I'm not mad at her. So I made Swag on Zero check it out. And overall, I have to say, you know, not only is this a piece of shit of a movie, I am more disappointed than angry.
I 100% agree. Now, unfortunately for me, well, not even unfortunately, because I put this on myself, I watched it 3 times because I really just couldn't, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, this is a piece of crap. Like, this movie was absolute garbage. And I was frustrated the first time I watched it. The second time I watched it, it became a comedy to me. Like, it's now so bad it's laughable.
Nope, it ain't there yet for me. It ain't there yet for me.
I understand, like, for a lot of people I understand, and you probably hurt more because you know this guy has a studio, and you know this guy, like, and you know the size of his studio.
It's not even about the studio, Swag. It's not even about the studio. It's about, I have seen Madea movies that were produced better than this movie. I have seen it. When, first of all, I knew something was up when I see the whole Lionsgate thing come. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
See, so I was just like, red flag number 1. I already knew something was up. Even you can say what you want about the Madea movies, but some of those movies are good produced movies. That, guess what, were recorded where? At the same fucking place.
Yep.
So this movie starts off with a terrible metaphor. A terrible metaphor. And, you know, because it starts off with this older lady crying from a roof, and this police officer doing the most terrible job to get her back into the window.
First of all, that's the worst police officer on the force. I'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But he is the worst police. I don't know how this man have a job.
All of a sudden, the choppers come in, and as if they have no sense of communication, he like, get them choppers out. Like they about to shoot her down or something. And then she just jumps and then says, A Fall from Grace. I said, oh, so that's your metaphor, huh?
Oh, no.
That's your metaphor? The Fall from Grace. So
she's back.
Oh yeah, she's back. I got my little baby girl with me. So like I said, this is my movie experience. So I don't care whose part it is. So I'm sitting there thinking like, number one, my dad being a police officer. Let me tell you how none of that would have happened.
Nope.
Okay, number one, first
Why
off,
would there be choppers for somebody about to?
Yeah, well, I was about to ask, why are there choppers?
first of all, if somebody was on top of their house, keyword, I said their house, and somebody was called for a threat of jump or suicide thing, the first thing they would come do is set up the catch balloon.
Yep.
It was on top of your
I was gonna
house.
ask that too.
That should have been at the bottom, because houses are high, and a jump from the top of your house can't kill you, but the catch balloon can catch you.
Yep.
Number two, you have the negotiator there. First of all, this man came up to the fucking window.
They didn't even come out.
And it's sitting there like he chilling talking to this lady, and it's just like, and I'm like, why is the chopper there that made her fall? Like, it was very terribly explained. I was like, you know what, this may have to be something for later in the movie, which it was, but the way it was brought up again was lazy. Because let me lay next to my wife and be like this. After my wife tells you how bad of a day at work she had, I go like this to her. I see a lady jump today, but I'm alright.
I'm dead.
That's terrible.
You didn't even have to start the movie like that. There was really no reason other than that to start the movie.
Yeah, because it's a fall from grace.
No.
And the thing
It
is,
comes back to it in the end, though.
It does come back to it in the end, which is still a terrible thing. But still, I mean, it could have been done way better than that. So our story begins. Oh, everybody, please buckle in. So our story begins with this lady named Grace, who is in jail. Oh, excuse me. Let's rewind again. I'm sorry. Our story begins with the lawyer's name is Jasmine, correct?
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Okay, so she is obviously the wife of this cop who witnessed this woman jump.
Yep.
But he's all right. So she's supposed to be one of a very smart attorney, but she's not quite a lawyer just yet.
She ain't a
Right.
smart attorney.
No.
She was last in her class.
She had to be, because you know what? They try to sell us that she was a good attorney, but yet that woman had no backbone in her whatsoever.
Not at all.
And, but you know what? How does Tyler Perry illustrate no backbone? Like when I'm about to go into the jail cell to interview somebody who's on trial for murder. So what are they going to do? Don't worry, she'll be handcuffed. Like, this woman gonna come and just choke the shit out. Okay, fine. And then when she get in there, she drops the folder showing all her evidence
First of
around
all,
there.
the folder didn't even drop. The papers slipped out lazily
And
on
then
the floor, and she like positioned everything to face the door all of a sudden while on the floor, and I was like, "Oh, this is a joke."
so
The way they make her look like she is the epitome of the phrase C's still get degrees.
yes.
Because sis, what was every review I saw about this, the bit of the movie that I saw, I was like, how did she graduate law school?
She could have, because you know what? Grace, who is the person that's on trial for murder for killing her husband, was interrogating her better than the lawyer was interrogating. It was like, did Tyler Perry see Just Mercy and said, I can do better than that?
No, he didn't.
Yep.
He watched the Law and Order marathon.
There's no way.
There's
watched no way.
Law and Order marathon. It was just like, I'm gonna strip this to its bare bones and just have at it. Like, sir.
So this lady Grace is an older lady. Her best friend is Felicia Rashad, which, by the way, leave far away from this movie. Felicia Rashad is too good to be in this movie.
Tis.
Her and Cissy Tyson.
Somebody please get clear.
Yes.
And sit
Yep.
down.
And go. No, I know she want to support, our people, but sometimes our people got to be checked. And Ty's on top of that list.
You know what? If you think about it, she looked out for herself. Because she was the only one in this movie who didn't look crazy.
Yeah, she had her own hair.
Ah.
So she got a divorce. She has her own place, but then also she meets this guy, and
Right.
this guy who is just in the wrong time period. Like,
Yo, he just in the 90s. I was like,
here's the thing.
what is going on?
They were trying to go for the Zion Williamson hairstyle, but their wig was so thick and bad at the bottom where the fade began to where it goes to the high top. It looked straight 80s. It looked cameo.
Do you
That
understand?
wig was horrible.
We have come so far in the hair technologies. Why are we?
Not in Tyler Perry Studios.
No, not Tyler Perry Studios. Just in life, you can literally go on the internet, on any one of these websites, and get a lace wig for like $30. Okay.
But why get a wig for $30 when you could just go to the Tyler Perry studio where he's at his own thrift store with unused wigs that were made cheaply?
My man, he goes to Party City. I just there are certain things, I guess, when we get further down the line in this and we finish summarizing everything, that I got to say. I just got to say. But go ahead, please.
So after she gets winded down by this guy, by the way, worst diner scene I have seen in any kind of date movie.
Oh, you mean
Dude,
the empty cups?
You know what? No, damn empty cups.
It wasn't even that. It was the actors.
I never knew extras couldn't act. I never knew that an extra can't act because an extra is supposed to be a breathing human in the background.
What's it? You're supposed to,
And when
you're
you
not supposed
can't-
to be noticed.
When you can't do that right, you have a problem. Because you know what? It wasn't just about the guy drinking air and eating no noodles on his fork. It was about the whole line of people that was on that side of the restaurant.
Yeah,
Because
that whole line of
I
people.
paid attention to them.
Yep. Each one of them looked at the camera at least once.
Was look at the camera. I never see somebody eat food and wipe off their fork and knife every time they bite something. It's not natural.
It
They was
uncomfortable.
over there, the extras were over there sighing because they were nervous, I guess. And it was so noticeable because extras are supposed to be in the background.
Yes.
It's so bad, it's noticeable, which takes away from the romantic scene that they're trying to have.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I'm mad they're in a diner drinking wine. That reminds me of Joe Franklin, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was a little low. I was like, what the heck are they doing? With a salad.
Yeah.
Wine in a salad.
Hey.
And so after he winds the diner, sir, after
Literally.
after he after the terrible CGI butterflies,
Oh, no,
The
the
fireflies.
fireflies.
I like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. Like that, those were horrible fireflies. And it was
Listen.
just like the acting too. Turned around 3 times. Look, and you know them Christmas lights that you have on your wall that you just plant on the plant in the grass
Oh,
and they
with
like
the-
show a projection to the wall.
The
Yeah.
star
That's what it
showers.
looked like.
yeah,
That's
my
what it
mother-in-law
looked
uses
like.
those.
Yes, my mom
You
puts
sitting
those up every year. But to be honest with you, I would have preferred those.
No, he used a Windows Movie Maker filter. That's what he used.
I mean,
Let's not talk about filters, please, because every day it looked like rain. And
Yeah,
I'm mad for listening to Shower
that's
talk about
'cause it's
some.
blue.
He said he went through his phone and said Michael Bay, no, Zack Snyder, here you go, and put that filter in the camera, and all this grayscales everywhere. And I'm sitting, and then Felicia Rashad out there talking about something like the weatherman lied like it's gonna rain today. No, it like it's gonna rain yesterday too, and the day before, and the day after. Every day looked like it's about to rain, even in the courtroom.
it
It
did.
did.
So we're not even gonna talk about filters. So after he marries her, then all of a sudden he becomes very abusive towards her. Look,
I'm sorry. Abuse is never funny.
the
But
ashtray it is.
I'm just waiting
Yeah, that ashtray
I'm waiting
line was
to get to
hilarious.
this part. Go ahead.
So
That's not even my favorite line. I'll tell you my favorite line in the movie when it comes.
with the abuse that happens, like the shit that he really does not give a fuck. It breaks into her account. She loses her job because there's over $1,000 missing. From
First of all, how fucking stupid do you gotta be to have your work laptop showing your job records while you in bed?
I
How
mean,
dumb?
if you don't
Do you have
suspect
to
your
be?
nice young husband of being a thief,
from Cameo.
No, just like as a whole, like when you're done with that, you gotta close it. Even when he came up to the job, saw him taking pictures, I was like, oh my god, you see him angling it at the computer screen.
I can't. I can't.
I mean, hey, I can agree with you saying.
The work thing, the whole thing about her getting fired, that's not how this works.
No, it's not how it works at all.
They build a case. Perfect example. A place we used to work at. This exact thing happened. They let this person bury themselves. They dug themselves into a hole they could not climb out of. And then they fired them.
Right.
Because shit like this, fraudulence, does happen.
Right.
But
and you had 60 people walk into that office, only 2 of them are in there. Like,
exactly. But you know what?
it's like,
I just think that other writer that was writing for her got it wrong. Oh, damn, he ain't got no other writers.
nope.
So,
He did it all.
because he doesn't know how fraud works. Because they're a bit, so I don't know if he does.
I
So,
don't think he doesn't.
You know what makes it worse? I just looked this up because I couldn't believe it. I heard it, but I couldn't believe it. Apparently, the actor who played Jasmine said this movie was filmed in 5 days.
yes, it shows.
They bragged
Yep.
about it like it was a good thing.
So, after he just sit there and she catches him cheating on her, she... Oh, look better than that. That's so messed up.
That was trash.
Yeah. He's like, my mama living better than that. I'm like, bruh.
So,
I was like, wow.
she takes... wow, messed myself up. She takes a baseball bat, and I want to take a chunk of this man's head
But
out.
wait, you went right past
You got the ashtray,
bitch.
Ashtray. Ashtray, bitch. I was cracking up.
I said, this is not
If
right.
I was a horrible person, I would make that my ringtone.
Don't do that. Don't get this movie that kind of love.
Ashtray bitch.
Oh my god.
Don't get this movie that kind of love.
Sorry. Give me a minute.
So,
And I just like how the cops come to the door, and it's like these answers, no. And it's
Tyler
like,
Perry
oh
has the
my-
worst cops in all his movies.
Yeah.
Like, the worst. Like, he know how cops work. And he in Atlanta. So, after she, literally, it's like a chunk of this man's head missing. She throws him down the steps. He should be dead. She drives to the middle of
I
nowhere.
don't know how she threw him down the steps.
She literally drives to the set of Dateline Secrets Uncovered and just says,
Not the set.
yeah, and then she calls Sarah and lets her know that she murdered her husband. But when Sarah goes to the house, for some reason he's not there.
Wow.
Yeah,
So wait.
all spoilers, people.
You want me to tell you? You want me to believe this old lady? Because they do not do her any favors and make her look like she's young at all.
No, she's supposed to be old.
Swung this baseball bat and beat the brakes off this man.
The brakes with no pedals.
Yeah, he was bloody.
Threw him. She dragged his body. Tossed him down the steps.
With all his rings on.
Then left and goes and drives away, calls her homie, and she goes there and there's no body.
My question was, why are you driving in the middle of nowhere without the body? Where were you trying to get to?
She just drove. Okay.
And I was like, what's your plan?
You know, but here's the thing. So when this happened, I was just like, wait a minute. This is my one of my issues too, because I'm like, the character of Grace. I don't understand if she was that embarrassed with herself or what happened. But if I felt as though I killed somebody and the body wasn't there, or she felt as though that maybe Sarah moved the body and she would get Sarah in trouble, I felt as though that she was just accepting this guilty plea just a little bit too much. There was no fight in her. And I was...
He broke her.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt like it was that. Like,
You know how he broke her?
it was more like she has nothing to live for now
Go
because
ahead.
everything was taken
How
away.
did he break her?
With the ashtray, bitch. I'm so sorry.
Yep. Yep. That's how you broke her. That's how damn
Keep
sure
going.
you
I'm
broke her.
gonna get to my favorite line in the movie.
Ooh. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So here's the big twist in the
Y'all
movie.
ain't been best friends long enough for this, by the way.
Not at all. So
I ain't calling my 6-year best friend for
the
this.
the big twist is that Sarah knows Shannon.
No. That's
No,
not the
because
big twist.
that's her son.
Okay, I say that's the twist. When you bring it up, you gotta be like, the twist is
No, I ain't got no. This movie does not earn my enthusiasm.
son. Like they really. He was really trying to get his M. Night Shyamalan on with this one.
And the old lady that's been peeking through the house and barely escaping before Felicia Rashad gets back is Cicely Tyson.
My favorite line.
Do he have her? Is she like number 3 on the speed dial behind Oprah and Jesus?
No, because she is there just like, I know Hollywood ain't gonna cast me nothing else. I'll just take whatever type of movie I can.
Let's be real. If she really wanted to, she's Cicely Tyson. She could get work.
Yeah, my favorite line in the movie, where her and is it Jasmine, the main character? I don't know.
The lawyer?
Yeah.
The quote unquote lawyer.
Her name is Jasmine.
They in the kitchen. She turns and looked at her. They hungry. I was like, what is he? Is he trying to make a horror movie? And then they had Jasmine tied to a chair in the closet. Felicia Rashad sitting there laughing like Maleficent, and you just see not Billy, Makai Brooks.
Damn, you almost
easily
was
crawl
looking
from
for
the
his
background
loud-ass
in the
mother.
darkness, just like, ha ha ha. What my mama said. I was like, yo, this is not a real movie.
Plot twist. That's the better looking mama, Felicia
Right?
Rashad.
I mean, so he wasn't lying.
I just
So-
you better
was like-
leave Luann from In the Heat of the Night alone.
Okay. Oh yeah. Speaking of,
was she the cop?
Yes.
Oh my god.
He just realized who Grace is.
wow.
For anybody who used to go to their grandma's house when you had to watch In the Heat of that's who Grace is. In the Heat of the Night.
Wow.
She was Luann.
Luann, right from Mississippi.
But go
Wow.
ahead.
She looked better back then.
Stop.
So overall, obviously, because once again, I did not get to the end of the movie, but I damn sure read about it.
We all
didn't-
saw the spoiler reviews.
You didn't see the end?
No, we had to you had to come do the podcast.
Oh, okay. So,
Just had a little bit of time left.
so what's her name? So they found out that Felicia Rashad was the corporate and everything,
Yeah.
and they had another court session. Pretty much the judge said, "Yeah, we're sorry. You're free to go." I was like, "Wait, that's it?"
First of all, this is hella unrealistic because that shit ain't happening neither.
I was like, "Yeah, they." First of all, the government apologizing to a black person is unbelievable. Two, I was still like, that's it? We're just gonna leave it at that? It's like, how do you feel that you're now free? And like, she said, how did you feel that you're now free? Good. All these news reporters are like, gathering around her, trying to get her opinion. And it was just one like, oh my God, Tyler Perry, you just need to stop making movies. Where one of the reporters asked him, like, how do you feel now that it's over? Everyone literally stops in their tracks. She looks at them so serious. It ain't over. And just keep on walking. And I was like, what the fuck was that? What was that? And it was so over dramatic how they did it. Because they literally, everyone stopped in their tracks. Music, nothing. She looks at them, looks like she was like shaking. It ain't over. I'm like, are you alluding to a sequel, Fall from Mercy or something? Like, what are we doing? And then Felicia Rashad is still out there.
That's my problem with this.
She went to another retirement home. She was like, "Oh yeah, I heard she was I heard this person was a ambassador of a bank or something. What's her trust fund like? Oh, and the lady is freely giving out her information at the retirement home. and then Police Rashad closed the door in the retirement home, and then credits. And I'm like,
Now, okay, this is my question here. So, as far as I could tell from the rest of the spoiler reviews, they murked High Top, okay?
yeah,
So
they shot him.
how is she still gonna get away with this scheme? And why is she still out here on the streets?
I don't know.
It ain't over.
Does she have another son that we don't know about? She's like, now you gonna do the fucking, and then, and you gonna rob these old ladies. Like, what are we doing?
We don't know.
Now,
Just know it ain't over.
now, this is what I want to get at too. I got to put that summary out the way. This is what I want to get at. And this really basically disappoints me.
Yes, it does.
Tyler Perry. I don't know if Netflix had said you had to do this movie in a certain amount of days. I don't know if there was a deadline he had to do. But there's absolutely no excuse for the level of quality in this movie. We are going to go ahead because there's no. We all had a wild experience with this, and I mean, like, I would never, you know. I mean, after that whole metaphor from the beginning of the film, I said, well, this is what we in the driver's seat for. So, Swag on Zero, give me your rating for A Fall from Grace.
The first time I watched it, again, I watched it 3 times. The first time I watched it, it was a Romeo refund. This was unacceptable. But after the second time, I found more laughter in it. So I'll catch it at the barbershop because I did gain some form of emotions out of this movie.
Yeah, that I'm mad that, you know, we can do better as people. Lady Sketch, your review for
Ashtray, bitch. That's my rating. Fuck this movie, man.
I'm trying to drink water here.
That is my rating.
Ashtray, bitch.
Ashtray, bitch.
You know
That's
what?
a low.
Fuck this movie.
You know, I'm gonna agree. You know, Ashtray, bitch. This thing sucks gerbil titties, all that shit.
Gerbil titties.
Gerbil
I'm about to go lay down. You play too much.
No,
That's what the YouTube trending saying, man.
You know what I'm saying? No, man, I was saying that this is Ashtray, bitch. This thing suck gerbil titties because Run Me My Refund is not gonna be Netflix.
Run Me My Refund is too nice
for this movie. For this movie, because I'm already mad. Netflix took $17 out of my account today, and I'm
it's
like,
also not what $17.
I got the premium. The price did go up, but I got the premium.
Why is premium?
Because I want to watch Netflix, and people who got my Netflix, I can't get in touch with them.
You need to change the password.
Okay.
You better cut them off.
Anyway, I'm sorry. That's not for this. Run Me My Refund is not applicable here because I do not want Netflix to run me my refund. I want to be able to binge watch The Office at my leisure.
Oh my God.
So, or watch Hip Hop Evolution. So I don't need my refund.
I should do that.
Maybe we should block it. I don't know.
Well, how about this? So that was a movie experience, and once again,
hope you guys enjoyed us streaming and ranting.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying this version of the movie experience. So what my plan is to do one every week, so I can get consistent. Next week, Uncut Gems, because it comes to Netflix January 31st.
That Friday. Yep.
So it will be. So I'm gonna plan on watching it that Friday, so we can review it next week. So, once again, this was NC the place to be. This is NC the place to be. Chill, Trump, the Anime Hero Swag on Zero, Integration Slate Sketch, and I'll see you at the movies.